A critical aspect of any loyalty program is the ability to define and manage the value of the points, the reward points that you're going to be giving to your customers. To show you how to do it in Fusion, I'm going to show you here on the left. This is the dashboard, the administration interface for OnLoyalty. And on the right, we have a demo mobile application interface for a Fusion app. Now, depending on what package you may actually have gotten from Fusion, you will see more or less functionality from the one listed here in the menu. And so don't be surprised if what you have is slightly different from what you have here. And likewise on the app, this interface is basically for demo purposes, it's pretty bare. So more likely yours will be more colorful and obviously will include your logo and all your branding. Okay, so to define the actual value of the points for the customers, you will go to settings, and settings you will go to card types. Now, why card types? Fusion OnLoyalty basically defines different levels for your customers. So you can have you can establish a system where you can have, you know, the basic level, the one that everybody has when they register, and then on top of that you can have gold, premium, platinum, VIP, whatever you want to call it. Fusion OnLoyalty basically allows you to actually have as many of those levels as you want, and each of those can have more or less benefits for your customers. In this case, however, we have two different levels, but for this initial part of the demo, I'm going to actually focus on the Fusion default, which is the level that every customer that registers into the loyalty program will actually get to be part of this level. So I'm just going to click on view. Now, as you can see, here you can actually change or modify the graphic that will be the background of the card, the digital card that the customers will have in their mobile application. And aside from that, here we have access to the point earn multiplied and the point redeem ratio. Now, the point earn multiplier is where you define what is the value that you're going to be giving your customers at the time of purchase. Meaning, if a customer spends $1, how many points do they get? In this case, in this example, this is the formula. $1 equals X points. In this case, we had 1, meaning that for every dollar that your customer spends, they get 1 point. Now, for the point redeem ratio, right now is also valued at 1, which means that 1 point can be redeemed for $1. Obviously, this is not economical. This is not the ideal, because usually what you want is that the customer spend more money in order to get some of these points redeemed. So you shouldn't have the same value to earn than to redeem. But for illustration purposes, let's actually go to the app. So I'm going to tap on loyalty points, and right now it's telling me my balance, which in points, which is 14,978, and the estimated dollar value of those points, which is 14,978. Basically, because each point that I have, I can redeem it for $1 as per it's been set up. Again, this is not ideal, so let's actually fix this. So let's say that in this case, I want my customers to spend 10 times the amount in order to get $1 back. So basically, for that strategy, I will need to say 10 here, meaning that the customer will need 10 points to exchange for $1, basically giving the value of 10 cents for each point. Now, if I save this, and here in the app, I'll go back and update the information in the app. Okay, now I'm going to actually tap loyalty points, and you can see the change now. My balance 4,978, but the estimated value is lower now, is 1,497. Basically because each of my points has a value of 10 cents, or I need 10 points for each dollar I want to redeem. So following this idea, you can always adjust the point earn value and the point redeem value of your program, depending on what your strategy is. But definitely, our recommendation is to make sure that you have everything set up properly, the way that you want it, before you actually launch your program. There's nothing worse than having to actually change these values while you are already running it, and your customers start seeing that their points and the value of their points actually changes. So make sure that you consult with your Fusion support and you do enough tests before you actually launch the program.